You are sitting on the couch right now. Your eyes are locked on a screen. You know there are other things you should be doing. There's a quiet voice in the back of your mind, nagging you about the gym, the laundry, or the project you keep putting off. You feel a familiar twinge of guilt. Why is it so incredibly hard to just get up and move? Modern culture tells you that you simply lack discipline. Every advertisement and motivational speaker insists that you need more willpower. But the real answer is far stranger. You are not failing. You are functioning exactly as designed. Your brain is running a highly sophisticated survival program. It is a program written over millions of years in the harshest environments imaginable. Your biology does not care about your beach body. It does not care about your productivity hacks or your daily step count. Your biology only cares about keeping you alive. How does it do that? By fiercely guarding every single drop of energy you possess. Think about the world your ancestors inhabited. Food was never guaranteed. Calories were an incredibly rare and precious currency. Every meal had to be hunted, gathered, or dug out of the frozen earth. You spent enormous amounts of physical energy just to acquire the bare minimum of calories needed to survive another day. When you finally ate, your body held onto that energy like a dragon hoarding gold. What did you do when you were not actively hunting or foraging? You rested? You conserved? Why would you ever burn precious calories when you did not absolutely have to? In that ancient world, moving without a survival purpose was not just foolish, it was a fatal mistake. Your brain evolved to punish unnecessary movement and reward profound stillness. Harvard evolutionary biologist Daniel Lieberman has spent his career studying exactly this phenomenon. He traveled the world observing indigenous populations and analyzing human movement across history. He discovered something that completely shatters your modern view of fitness. He found that your ancestors never exercised. The very concept of running for fun or lifting heavy objects for health would have seemed entirely insane to them. They moved because they had to, and they rested whenever they possibly could. They were master energy conservationists. Your body is still operating under those exact same rules. When you think about going for a run, your modern mind sees health benefits. Your ancient brain sees a life-threatening waste of stored energy. It immediately releases chemical signals designed to make the couch feel impossibly comfortable. It makes your limbs feel heavy. It floods your mind with perfectly rational excuses to stay exactly where you are. Are you starting to understand the invisible war happening inside you? You are fighting millions of years of evolutionary engineering every single time you put on your running shoes. This is not a metaphor. Your brain actually works against you on a neurological level. Researcher Mathieu Boisgonte led a fascinating study analyzing exactly what happens in the brain when you think about exercise. He attached participants to electroencephalogram machines and showed them images of physical activity versus physical rest. The results were completely undeniable. Even when participants consciously wanted to choose the active images, their brains had to work significantly harder to suppress the urge to choose rest. It takes measurable, intense cognitive effort for your brain to overcome its own deep-seated desire to do absolutely nothing. Your laziness is quite literally hardwired into your neural pathways. But the story gets even stranger. What happens when you actually do force yourself to move? You might think that highly active people naturally burn thousands more calories a day than you do. Duke University anthropologist Hermann Ponzer decided to test this assumption. He lived with the Hadza people in northern Tanzania. The Hadza are one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer societies on Earth. They walk miles every single day, climb trees, and dig for tubers. Ponzer measured their daily energy expenditure using highly advanced metabolic tracking. He expected to find that they burned massive amounts of calories compared to the average sedentary modern office worker. He was completely wrong. The incredibly active Hadza burn roughly the exact same number of calories per day as you do. How is that even physically possible? Your body is an ultimate optimization machine. When you increase your physical activity, your body quietly steals energy from other invisible processes to balance the books. It turns down your immune system slightly. It reduces your stress response. It minimizes reproductive hormone production. Your metabolism adjusts itself to keep your total daily energy expenditure within a very strict, biologically predetermined limit. Your body desperately wants to keep your energy budget exactly where it is.
Does this mean exercise is pointless? Absolutely not. Moving your body is the single most important thing you can do for your long-term survival. The problem is that your ancient brain does not understand the modern world. Your brain still thinks you are living on the savannah, constantly on the brink of starvation. It does not know that there is a refrigerator full of thousands of calories sitting 10 feet away from you. It does not realize that you spend 40 hours a week trapped in a rolling chair. You live in an unprecedented environment of infinite calories and zero mandatory physical exertion. This is the ultimate evolutionary mismatch. Your genes are perfectly adapted to a world that no longer exists. Modern society has engineered all the necessary movement out of your daily life. You do not have to chase your dinner. You just tap a piece of glass and someone drives it to your front door. You do not have to carry water from a river. You just turn a metal handle. You have built a utopia of pure comfort. But that comfort is quietly destroying the machine you live in. Your body requires physical stress to maintain its basic structural integrity. Your bones need impact to stay dense. Your heart needs strain to stay strong. Your brain needs the chemical flush of movement to ward off anxiety and depression. You are biologically programmed to be lazy, but you are also biologically required to move. How do you survive this paradox? You have to stop fighting your nature and start hacking it. You have to stop relying on willpower. Willpower is a modern invention, and it is a terrible strategy for overcoming millions of years of evolution. You have to create an environment where movement is necessary again. You have to tie physical activity to a social obligation. You have to make the choice to stay still more uncomfortable than the choice to move. Your ancestors only moved when they were forced to by hunger, danger, or their tribe. You have to artificially manufacture those same powerful evolutionary triggers. You can stop feeling guilty now. The laziness you feel is not a character flaw. It is a biological masterpiece. It is the exact trait that kept your ancestors alive through ice ages and famines. It is the reason you are sitting here today. You are the product of the most successful energy hoarders in human history. Your brain is working perfectly, but you no longer live in the world it was built for. You have to consciously override the master program. You are sitting on the couch right now, looking at a screen. But this time, you know exactly why.
Have you ever had a great idea? It starts with a little spark in your brain. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips.